I think there are people with artistic gifts, maybe even training experience, who think that they've got to leave that behind to become a pastor.
Yeah.
And so they go to seminary, and through the years of seminary and then into the pastorate, they leave that further and further behind.
Yeah.
And it's always been sad to me when I talk to a pastor and realize he had this whole other life that was just abandoned because of ministry. Talk about that. Talk about you don't have to do that.
No, not at all. And I think that if you're listening to this and you're a pastor, you're in ministry, or you're listening to this and you're part of a church and there's a pastor in your life, I think the invitation is don't stop making. Find out what is that medium, what is that special thing that the Lord has imparted into your life, a vision that you have, and invest time doing that. It doesn't have to take up all of your time, but it's part of who God made you to be, and part of the gift he has to offer the body of Christ in the world is the things that we put our hands to, the creative acts, the making that we do. And so they don't have to be separated. They don't have to stop. In fact, it's really important for the health of the church, for the health of longevity, that we participate in these kinds of things.
And I would say as a painter that painting has been a significant part of my spiritual health.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a way for me when I'm painting, I'm communing with God.
Yeah.
These are all his elements, all his tools, all his gifts. I'm manipulating his creation, and I'm very conscious of that as I'm doing that. And when I'm done with a painting, I'm not filled with awe of myself.
Yes.
I'm filled again with awe of God.
Yes.
And the glory of his world, and the fact that he loves us enough to surround us by beauty and give people the ability to create beauty. And that has been a real significant part of just my spiritual life.
Yeah.
And there are ways in which I feel that painting has put God up close and personal for me.